Okay, welcome to our video demo. This is our latest finished Bridgeport. It's got a 42-inch table, variable speed head. It's got a 4-axis DRO upgrade from the standard, which is a 2, and it's got upgrade to all power feeds. Normally I have a standard over the X only. So this customer's asked for the Y and the Z power feed. Okay, so it's had a full strip down service. Regrind to the X, Y and Z axes, including the table, the top of the table and the 2 sides. Obviously this is a top level machine, so we replace all the lead screws, all the nuts and all that sort of stuff. All new bearings, belts, and there's lots of new parts in the head. Same with the quill, we do brand new bearings. Obviously they're a match pair super precision set in the bottom there. Regrind the R8 taper. So there's more things we do to it than we can actually go through quickly in a video like this. But anyway, you can see how nice they look. All painted in Bridgeport blue grey. Beautiful machine. So let's see it running and see what you think for yourself. Okay, lovely and smooth all the way across. Obviously with the benefit of the brand new lead screws and brand new nuts there, and the regrind. So the gibs are like re-tear sighted and straight back in, all square and true as well. Same with the Y, lovely and smooth all the way across. And it's got the benefit of the power feed and the Y-axis, really nice. So you should be able to see the power feeds moving on the DRO system there. Almost no backlash at all. Absolutely lovely, just enough to keep it smooth. Same with the Z. Again, we've changed the lead screw, the nuts, the big bearing there. That's all been replaced. You should be able to see it on the DRO system. That's running off a scale at the back there on the knee. So lovely and smooth. And we've replaced this handle with a brand new one. Bring those in specially, those nice chrome ones. So we've serviced all the locks as well. So the X, the Y and the knee locks have all been serviced and all working as they should. The lube system's basically been replaced. New lube pipe, new lube metering unit and a brand new Bridgeport pump, which is the original manufacturer. Okay, so moving on, let's do all the power feeds together just to save a bit of time on the video. These are all brand new Align power feeds, so the latest, most high power ones you can get. So the 500p X, Y or Z. Okay, so they all come with variable feed, and they've all got rapid override on the top as well. Okay, so there's the X trundling away. There's the Y and the Z. Oh, slow that one down a bit. There we go. As you can see, you're not going to use that in real life like that, but it's nice for the video to see them all capable of running all together as one. So there's a little switch on the bottom there for the each individual power feed, and you can turn all the power feeds off on this switch here as well. Okay, rapid override that just to get it in the middle a bit. Okay, so all working fine. Obviously you can move these stops to wherever you need them to be, wherever the job happens to be or the device is, so you can adjust those. Just don't take them off because there's a little hard stop underneath there just to stop you over traveling it. So as long as they stay on, move them wherever you like, you'll be fine. The Y-axis ones, they're set to the extremities. I'd say just leave them where they are. Okay, so they're very easy to forget, especially the back one, which you're sort of out of sight. Okay, so moving on, let's test the variable speed head now and then the quill. I'm just going to disengage the feed for a second here. So that's the feed. This handle controls this quill feed area, and you don't want to run that, it says here, above 3000 RPM. So just turn that off if you're not using it, just in case someone forgets and runs it quite high on the spindle speed. Okay, so firing up, we're currently running at 700 RPM here, and we turn on. You hear how quiet that is. There's a lot of time, a lot of money spent on the variable speed heads to make them run that quiet. Okay, so down to the bottom, that's 60. Sorry, it's not 60, it's 600 RPM. Okay, there's 1200, 16, 2000, and up to 2800. All running spot on. I'll do reverse now. Let it turn off before I go in reverse. Okay, back up to 2.8. That's actually touching 3000 now. Back down to 2, 14, 800 and 500 RPM, all running spot on. Okay, so we've tested the variable speed in high range on the gear here now, so we're going to switch to low range. Before we do that, we're going to move this handle out of the way. It tends to be just in the wrong place, so when you're moving this handle, so push in, turn it round, make sure it locks in at the back for the low range before you fire up. Okay, so we're now at 60 RPM, and it's just as quiet in low range. There's 100, 140, 190, 280, and 340. All spot on. Just hitting the brake to show you it works. And reverse, just as quiet in reverse. 190, 140, 90, and back down to 60. Okay, hit the brake. Right, we're going to go to high range again now, but before we do that, we're going to go to the neutral position. There's a little notch here, and when the handle's facing sort of towards the table, that's neutral now. And enable you to just freewheel the spindle for clocking up any PCDs or anything like that. Okay, so click it into high range, make sure we're in. We're in now. Okay, so there we go, high range again, 500 RPM. Get it up to 1200. I'll just turn it off because I want to engage this feed now. And then to engage it, sometimes you need to turn the spindle just to get it to go in. There we go. That's all in. Okay. So now we've engaged this whole quill feed area with this handle here. Put this handle back to the top so we can see it move in a second. Now, before we engage the feed, we'll just take the quill lock off, which is here, and then just come off the top stop. If it was on the bottom, you just want to come off any of the extreme stops. Just come off there before we engage the feed, which is on this handle here. Now just gently engage it because it might go up and we want it to go down at the moment. So it's going up, so we're going to reverse it with this quill feed reverse knob here. So pull that out gently, and then we engage again, and it feeds down just great. So for every spindle speed, we've got 3 different feeds. That's the highest. Okay, when we're horizontal, that's the lowest. When we're at the bottom, that's the medium. Okay, and they're all working as they should, all spot on. Okay, so I'll let it come down now, and then when it hits this stop, it's going to turn off or trip out automatically. There's an LED light here as well. So that's ideal if you're in a dark part of the workshop. See, it's tripped out itself just fine. So we're coming back off the stop. We're going to reverse the feed with the feed reverse knob. And then engage it again, and you see it feeds back up. You'll also see it's giving a readout on the console there. That's from this quill scale here. That's a summing system, so it'll sum the Z and the Ni together. So it's a really nice system. Okay, so disengage that now. Turn the spindle off, we'll put the quill back up to the top, and we'll engage the quill lock as though we're going to do some milling, and you can see that that's engaged the lock there, ready for any heavy milling. Okay, so the last thing to demonstrate is just the guarding system. So as I open this guard like this or like that, it's a twin interlock system. It will shut the whole machine down. So if the power feeds were running or the head was running, it would shut them all down. And you'll see all the lights on the your line power feeds go off now. Okay, here the machine disengage. So to re-engage it, you need to press the green button again, and it initializes for you. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you want a machine like this, check us out on gtmachineparts.co.uk. Cheers.